Like, yeah, we got bit last night. I'm like, what?
Okay, one more time if that's true.
Can you hear me?
Wait.
I feel very uncomfortable coming in here at nighttime. So I knew at that point that this place definitely had something going on here.
Good evening, Ohio. Tonight, we turn our attention to Fremont, where an infamous estate, known as Bihl Manor, has caught the interest of paranormal enthusiasts once again. For years, rumors have circulated about strange occurrences inside the historic home, but the most disturbing reports involve something far more sinister, a demonic entity. Multiple visitors claim to have left the property with unexplained bite marks, alleging an aggressive presence within the house. Paranormal experts say this could be the work of a malevolent spirit, or possibly even a demon. The chilling accounts of sudden pain and visible wounds have sparked fear and fascination across the region. Now, in a bold move, the owner of Bihl Manor has called in ghost hunters to uncover the truth. Paranormal investigators Kalani and his wife Savannah, known for their work in some of the most haunted locations across the country, have been asked to investigate this sinister entity. Their mission? To determine if this dark force is as dangerous as the rumors suggest, and whether the owner should truly fear what lurks within his own walls. Kalani and Savannah will conduct an in-depth investigation, utilizing their expertise and equipment to uncover the true identity of this alleged demon. Is it a spirit bound to the land, or something far more dangerous? Tonight, we take you inside the investigation, where the stakes are higher than ever.
My name is Carlo Zuzic. That's Karlozuzic. So the reason I bought this house was because I was looking for a bigger place to live in. The house I'm living in now is very small. It's like a 2-bedroom, just not a lot of room. That's 900 square feet. This house is 4,000 square feet. So I collect a lot of things. I wanted to hang things up. So I was on this journey to find a bigger house. And I decided to look online. I came across this big house here and ended up purchasing it. And things started to happen that made me very uncomfortable. So I remember when I first looked at this house, I made an offer on it, and I wanted to talk to the realtor to make sure he lets me in to take some pictures. So one day we met up, we came here, it was the middle of June. We came in and I started taking photos just to make sure that what I'm buying is not gonna be a money pit. So I went up in the attic, that's where I first started, and I started snapping pictures. And at that point, I started hearing somebody coughing. And it sounded like it was coming from the floor below. But I tend to ignore it because I thought it was just one of them that were in a house. So when I came downstairs, I came out and they were actually on the porch. And I walked out there, I was like, was anybody in the house coughing? They're like, no, nobody was in here. And it was just weird hearing that. And they said they've been standing outside the whole time. That should have been my first sign knowing that there's something here. I remember when I first got the keys, I came in, I actually walked in the room because I was gonna start cleaning it up. I was all excited about buying this big old house. And I heard somebody walking around upstairs, like literally just doing their thing. And I was kind of freaked out by it a little bit. So I called my girlfriend and I was like, hey, I think somebody's in the house. She's like, well, go up there and look. I was like, I ain't going up there to look. So I started yelling up the stairs, because she did mention that a gentleman is supposed to come back at the boiler that was like one of the deals buying this house. And I started yelling up the stairs and there was nobody up there at all. And I went up there and that was my first sign that I knew something was happening in a house. I'm usually not here at night. I feel very uncomfortable coming in here at nighttime. I remember about a month in of owning this house, I opened the front door. As I stepped in, it was probably like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I looked behind me is the stairs, and there's a boy standing there. And I could see full details, like I'm just looking at a person, and he's looking at me with this sad look, and then he just vanished. So I put my stuff down, I went home, I told my girlfriend, I go, hey, it sounds weird, but I think I've seen a spirit of a boy standing there. She's like, well, maybe you're just freaked out over the house, you know, this and that. So it kind of made sense. So maybe I thought it was just my imagination. Well, then I had another person here. They were upstairs, and they seen a boy with red hair walk through the attic door. And what I saw on the landing was a boy with red hair, black suit, and white shirt standing there looking at me. When I bought this place, I had friends come over here, and we wanted to make sure they were helping me fix everything up. You know, I needed some cleaning and things. So 2 of my friends came over, and they actually slept in the front room up here. So I left for the night, and I came back the next morning. I was like all excited, like, did anything happen last night? Just to see if they're experiencing anything. And the one gentleman was like, yeah, we got bit last night. I'm like, what? And I thought they were really kidding with me. And he took pictures of their arm, and they had what looked like bite marks. So at first I didn't believe them, but then I started believing because they told me they're not going to go in the basement anymore. So then I had other people come through here, and people were getting bitten downstairs. They used to bite guys and scratch ladies. And there was like 6 gentlemen that I know that got bit down there. And there was probably like 6 or 7 ladies that got scratched down there. The most recent one that got scratched was just a couple of weeks ago. It was actually a gentleman. I haven't seen it bite anybody in a while, but it still has been scratching people.
Let's do a quick dive on the history. In 1898, this building was built by Jerome Bihl. He was trying to get in on the industries of the area and decided he was going to build this huge house for him and his family. Now, during his time in the house, only 1 death was recorded, one of his children who was a stillborn. Fast forward to 1922, and the house changed hands to the Wolf family, another wealthy family that moved in, and during their tenure in the home, 3 deaths would have occurred. Now, what's interesting with the Wolf family is there was a stroke of misfortune as they lived here. One of the members of the family actually passed away while crossing the street in front of the home, and another member of the Wolf family had a heart attack the moment she walked in the door. In 1970, it became an orphanage, and it was an orphanage for 6 years until it turned into a group home, otherwise known as the Harmony House. Now, during this time in the house, it was very weird because you had a normal orphanage also combined with children that had special needs. So there's rumors of mistreatment and a lot of just bad things that went on here. There's nothing recorded and there's nothing that we can prove on paper, but a lot of people in the area whisper echoes of bad things that took place here. And then in 1991, one of the final phases of the Bihl Manor, it actually became a group home for mentally challenged adult men. Now, it would stay this way for 2 years until it would eventually change hands again, became a bed and breakfast, and then changed hands a few more times into private ownership and then sat empty before Carlo took over as the current owner.
What's going on, guys? Tonight we are here in Fremont, Ohio at one of the most haunted places in the state of Ohio, the Bihl Manor. This place was built in 1898 and has served a variety of different purposes over its tenure. But tonight we are here to investigate reports of an entity that bites, scratches, and attacks people in the basement. Now, people have had a variety of theories of what this entity could be. Some have said demonic, some have said poltergeist, some have said it's just a spirit that's still stuck here. But me and Savannah kind of have our own theories and own little ideas on what this could be and what could be happening, and we'll dive into that tonight. But before we jump into this video, we just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support we've been getting on all of our previous videos. We appreciate you guys and love you guys. And if you find yourselves coming back to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and consider subscribing and turning on those bell notifications, as it helps us out. Now, we added an extra wrinkle to our investigation tonight and did an Estes session before we started our investigation because we wanted to give something a little bit extra to our Patreon members. Now, you don't have to watch that to be able to enjoy tonight's video, but it will add a little bit extra context to the reason why we're doing what we're doing tonight. So if you want to check that out, the link is down in the description, but don't feel like you have to. I want to go ahead and jump into why I don't think this is a demonic haunting.
Now, a lot of times people categorize demonic experiences with physical attacks, biting, scratching, demonic oppression, possession. There's a lot of things that go into a demonic experience. But I don't think that's what's going on here. Because outside of the biting and the scratching that people have experienced, you're not really getting much of that demonic oppression outside of those physical characteristics, right? And then you get into the poltergeist, or you get into just a kind of a standard spirit. But something I do want to mention, especially with the history of this place, is there were some folks that had some mental disabilities that were in this area. And the reason I know this could be one of those spirits, possibly, is that sometimes nonverbal folks have to communicate in different ways, and that's how they get attention. Because growing up, I had someone that was nonverbal, and sometimes they would squeeze my hand, sometimes they would accidentally scratch me, sometimes they would do things to me to try and let me know that they were trying to get my attention or needed something. And I really think that that could be. And Savannah actually has experience with this as well.
So all throughout middle school, I worked in Best Buddies, which is like a special needs program. So I was always like an assistant to special needs kids. I was bitten numerous times, scratched numerous times. Not really ever was it malicious. Every now and then if they were like irritated at you, maybe. But again, it was usually people that were nonverbal, and that's their only way to really communicate, because it was also people who couldn't do sign language. And so if you think about it, they just have to use whatever they have access to get your attention. So I think sometimes when we come to places, there are reports of biting and scratching and some physical aspects to it, and it's a place where there were mentally challenged people. I think it's kind of crazy to jump to the demon route, because these people are just humans and they're all usually really kind. So that's why I think both Kalani and I are on the same page. We don't think that anything here is demonic.
Yeah, so we're not going to approach tonight's investigation like we were hunting a demon. We're not going into it like we're looking for any kind of malevolent entity. We're not going to try and piss off whatever's in the basement. And if you watched that Patreon session that I mentioned earlier, we got a really good insight into who we could be talking to. We got the name Rocky.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I have something to add to that.
Okay.
So in the basement,
Yep.
I know you just mentioned when we're in the basement, we're not going to try to piss off what's down there. Another reason that I think it might be just someone that was here that was mentally challenged. Downstairs, the room is painted blue, red, and green, which have studies behind them to be calming colors. And Carlos said that he thinks maybe they would take them down there to get their energy out and play. And it was a quiet space, and it was painted in those calming colors. So I feel like that would make sense as to why that stuff happens in the basement, because maybe that's where they spent a lot of their time down there, playing and doing activities and things like that. It was a room for them.
Well, now that you mention it, during the Estes session, we got the name Rocky, and something said that he lived here in the house for 2 years.
Yeah.
Which I want to say, we have the sheet. Follow me really quick. Because Carlo wrote down some information for us, just some quick notes, just so I can brush up my history.
What? What?
2 years in the home. The last 2 years, it was a group home for mentally challenged men.
You are literally kidding.
And he wrote this. You can ask Savannah, like this was the first thing he wrote for us, just for history, because I get the owners to give me like bullet points just so I can double check the stuff that I research.
That is wild.
So the last 2 years, and we got, he was in the house for 2 years.
And
through Estes.
And the man's name.
Name Rocky. And what's interesting is he said he liked classical music because it helped keep him calm. But I don't think it was the same entity that was speaking. But that makes me think, like, what if maybe there were some anger problems or like just lashing out kind of?
Yeah.
Like, what if that area was for calming? And
that's really crazy.
this has already taken like a really weird we don't even have any equipment out, but like the things that we've had happen already
it all just like tied together.
has kind of really tied together. So I don't think that this is a demonic experience.
No.
But this is really cool. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so we're on the second floor now, and during our Estes session that we did, we got the boys' room upstairs. So that would be the room next to us. So we're gonna put a piece of equipment in there, and we're gonna try and attack the floor, because we don't want to just sit in one room, because I feel like sometimes if I just sit in one room, I'm limiting myself to just that room. Savannah said she was actually seeing or feeling something while she was doing B-roll earlier up here.
No, I wasn't just feeling something. I almost shit my pants because I saw something out of the corner of my eye.
Now, people keep seeing a red-headed boy.
Uh-huh.
They don't know his name, but there was a couple sleeping in this room right here.
And the wife was sleeping here, and the husband was sleeping there. He woke up, turned over to her, looked at her, and there was a boy standing over her.
Redheaded.
Yeah, and made her get out of the bed. They freaked out.
So we don't know if that's Rocky or if that's another little boy. Yikes. Puberty all over again. We don't know if that's the same spirit, but we're going to put equipment all over the upstairs here and kind of just see where we get drawn to and then focus on those areas for pockets of time. And yeah, we're going to let this camera roll though while we set up equipment, because something that's been happening to me a lot recently is while I'm setting up, that's when like crazy stuff happens. So if this gets sped up, nothing happened. But if this doesn't get sped up, something's happening.
Oh, also new piece of equipment alert. Completely new.
Yes.
Completely new.
This one right here is from Lauren. Lauren Haunts. She makes equipment. Now this one right here is really cool because it cannot be affected by our electronics. A lot of the REM pods and motion sensors can be impacted by our electronics, but this one is using microwave radiation technology as a motion sensor to essentially map out an environment, and if something crosses into that, it will alert us with light and sound. So, walkie-talkies can't affect this, our phones can't affect this, the camera can't affect this. Now, a lot of moisture in an area could affect this, so think about kind of like a Doppler radar, similar technology, but she makes some really cool stuff, and she made me a custom one, as you can see here with our channel logo. Huge shout out to Lauren. Her link will be down below if you want some custom equipment. She's somebody that's very science-based, so if you're looking for a more scientific approach and someone that's trying to do more scientific tech, definitely check her out.
Oh, wait, make it go off really quick.
We'll do it in here.
Okay.
Oh, this room's creepy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so, spirits, I've got a new toy for you may or may not have seen, but all you have to do, okay, so it sets up, so we'll just test it really quick. That's creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy.
If that thing goes off, I'm shitting my pants.
Yeah, me too.
So spirits, if you would like to manifest in front of that and cause that to play, you'd make me very happy. You'd probably make Lauren happy as well.
And apparently make Kalani shit his pants, so.
But yeah, so it's like our phones can't set it off. Walkie-talkies can't set it off. For the folks out there that think we're setting off our equipment, that's one that literally cannot be set off by us. So,
yeah, unless you're walking in front of it.
yeah, so. We like adding new stuff. We like trying new things. That's what this channel's all about, is pushing the limits, trying new tech, and honestly just looking for more answers as to what's out there, because I've had my experiences, and anyone that knows my first starting story as to why I believe in ghosts and the paranormal, now I'm kind of searching for more answers, and we're getting a little bit more in-depth. First I was dipping my toe in the pond, and now we're butt naked in a creek.
I'm also so sorry if you guys hear my stomach growling. I had Chipotle, and I don't know why, but my stomach is just like making gurgling noises.
Shine the light, please, so I can zero this out. Okay. Cool.
Are there people outside? Oh, somebody's outside waving.
What?
Somebody's outside waving. In a truck. They're waving.
That's so weird.
What? Where? Okay.
They probably sell the Cybertruck.
Should we go down there or no?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully they just leave.
If you're watching this, hello. Not to be rude, but
When you see this come out
we gotta be
a week
careful.
from now.
We gotta be careful.
I don't trust people. I'm sorry. I'd rather stay with the redheaded ghost child.
Yes.
So that's our yes/no algorithmic EMF device. Again, takes in environmental inputs, spits out a yes/no. So if that one goes off, it'll say yes or no. The REM pod in here that you saw me put out before we noticed that there was people outside, essentially will put a proximity around the REM pod. Anything that enters that proximity will cause that to beep and make a noise. Radio waves can affect that. Walkie-talkies, key fobs for cars, stray radio signals. There's a lot that can make that go off that's not ghosts, but the hope is that that goes off along with something else that's detecting something else, and we can kind of work from there. Again, each piece of equipment, you're not looking at the equipment as the tell-all. That's the camera. But we're using the equipment as a way to kind of confirm what we're having to happen or having happen in the environment. So that's kind of the way I look at it. It's a tool.
The REM pod went off.
Hello? Step this way. Are you the little boy? Are you the redheaded child?
Can you touch that device for us one more time?
Okay, so now the other device
In the other room.
in the other room just said no.
Yeah.
And then it just went off again.
Can you touch that one more time? See if you can make all the lights light up.
Is there more than one entity up here with us? I still got a couple more things to put out.
Okay. Can you touch this? No.
No. Well, at least they answered.
What's funny about those devices is obviously that's not in their voice, but it just
That's
makes
the only voice that can speak there.
Yes, it makes everything. It's like when you're texting and you think everything's monotone. Like, I don't know, it makes it seem like they're mad, but it just went off again.
Okay, so this is the area that Carlos saw that apparition.
Yeah.
So I think I want to put the EMF bell right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll grab our infrared camera and we can actually start the session now.
Okay.
So that did not get sped up as much as I thought it was going to. Hence why we record when we're putting out our equipment.
Do you have to do that? To sync it?
Okay, so
The bell just
the
went
bell
off.
just went off as we literally cut and restarted just so we could sync the infrared to it.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, spirits. Again, we're looking for a little boy or any spirit that'd like to talk to us tonight. We've heard of a redheaded child. It's hard not to say redheaded stepchild.
I know.
I don't mean that to be mean, but you know the saying.
Yes.
I also want to say that at first I thought it was maybe vibration,
We both walked by.
but I just walked in the
jumped.
room and it's not going off.
Yeah. So we're debunking that. We're debunking our debunk.
Yeah, so it's... Okay, if you're one of the children that lived in this home, can you set off a piece of equipment on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you're not a child and you were here the last 2 years it was open, Can you set off a piece of equipment on the count of 3? 1, 2,
Sneak. Sad.
3.
Watch.
It's kind of weird.
Sad.
Sneak, sad, watch. Are you trying to sneak around us?
You don't have to be afraid of us. I know maybe some people have been afraid of you, but
We don't think you're bad.
we don't think you're bad, and we really just want to.
Yell. Abort. Gauze. Creek.
We want to figure out who you are.
Justice. Blind.
Blind justice?
Huh.
Were you mistreated?
Else.
I mean, I think we can all assume.
There was some
Oh,
level
Well,
that
not even just that. I feel like we can all assume that, especially back then,
Chills.
mentally disabled people were.
they didn't get the best treatment. Even
No.
today, they don't get the best treatment.
Right. Even today, it's still bad.
Not finished?
Camera. Crossover. Sift. Immersion.
That is wild. How
I don't
that's
know
just going
why
on.
it's going so crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see if we put it somewhere.
Ashes.
The heck? What's up with that?
The bell just went off after this started messing up.
Yeah.
Are you messing with our equipment?
Isn't it crazy how they told us to come up here, and it's already been so active?
Yeah, we've had every piece of equipment essentially but Lauren's go off.
Weird.
If there's a certain room you want us to go to, can you just set off the piece of equipment inside of it?
That way we know where to go.
Or make a loud audible noise?
What did you hear? Has something messed up the speaker?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Iron. Rapture. World. Older.
Let's turn this off for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna put another piece of equipment in this room that you can touch. If you'd like us to go back into the room with the REM pod, can you set it off for us, please?
It's the device with the bright red light on it.
The little can on the bed. We also have the bell over in the hallway where Carlo apparently saw one of you.
Thank you for already being so active.
You told us to come up here and you told us to knock.
Did you think that was somebody knocking back at you?
No, I saw you move.
No.
Can you knock back for us?
We have a balloon right here. Can you move that balloon? We can play with the balloon if you want to push it back and forth. I'm gonna remember where it was. Maybe you can move it.
Maybe that was the light reflecting, but I thought I just saw a little shadow. It might have just been your light coming around the corner.
Yeah, it could have been. This window right here, people outside see a man standing there.
Yeah, they think it was the man that was ran over outside, looking at the street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You guys can't see the street because it's reflecting the IR, but Savannah might be able to. Well, now you got a light.
Maybe it's in the B-roll. I did get a shot of the street. What? Did you see something?
No, I'm just looking.
Okay.
Okay, you told us to come up here to the second floor. What are you wanting to show us? What are you wanting to tell us?
Ah, the balloon's in the same spot. Dang it. I really have my fingers crossed.
I'm gonna do a recorder session out here real quick. Okay, so for anyone wondering, this is a Sony recorder. So we're going to be doing an EVP session. If you're not familiar with EVP, it's electronic voice phenomenon. The theory behind it is that a recorder is picking up frequencies that our ears are not. So hopefully, if the spirits are trying to communicate on a frequency in which our ears are not capable of picking up, this will pick it up. Cool. Great gravy. If there's anybody in the room with us, can you come forward to this device in my hand and say the word banana? Are you one of the children that lived here? Car outside. Can you tell me who Rocky is? So you do see my finger moving during this EVP session. That is not where the tapping noise is coming from, but I did want to point it out just in case someone was curious as to why I was fidgeting, because I always fidget while I do an EVP session. I can't sit still. Did we just hear you tap something? Okay. Did you
Right
hear that?
when, yes, and right when you said, "Can you tell me who Rocky is?" the Epic said no.
Did it?
Yeah. It went off like in unison right behind you. I saw the red light.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I guess I must have been talking while it...
Right when you said, "Can you tell me who Rocky?" then it said no.
Hang on, sorry. It's been a second since I've used this one.
Wow. But you're our tech guy, camera guy, edit guy, personality guy, film guy.
Is anybody in the room with us? Can you come forward to this device in my hand and say the word banana?
No, I just heard a step
Did you
before
really?
that happened.
Did you really? Can you make another loud noise or set that device off again? The one with the red light? What was that?
It sounded like something just tapped on the glass right there.
Yeah.
And we're on the second floor. There's no way anyone would have access to these windows.
Mm-mm.
Did we just hear you tap on the glass? Again, we're not afraid of you. We know that people are afraid of whatever's in the basement, but we're just here to speak with the children and get some insight from you, share your story, see if there's anything you can tell us about the people that took care of you.
You might think we're afraid by our reactions, but we're just
Excited.
excited. Oh,
The bell.
the bell. Yeah, we're just excited. Is that okay that we're excited to talk to you? I hope so, because we just want to learn, especially who the person is that bites people.
It's okay if you can't speak with your words.
Oh, the REM pod again.
You can use our equipment to let us know that you're acknowledging what we're saying. You don't have to be able to use your words or even sign language. Just try your best to use our equipment, because we know that you may not be able to do any other way of communication. Let's play this back.
Are you one of the children that lives here?
I think that was it moving in my hand.
Car outside. Can you tell me who Rocky is? Did we just hear you tap something?
I didn't hear anything
Mm-mm.
clear on here, at least. Maybe we should go in the playroom
Maybe. With the creepy cribs.
with the creepy cribs. Okay, spirits. I wonder how sensitive that is.
This?
Yeah, I wonder,
If like kick the ball and see.
and it may be because it's up elevated.
Right, yeah, that could be
I
it.
wonder if we put it on the floor, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, so the cone one, it's pretty wide. Let's try and set it
I love the music.
right here. Okay.
If you're watching this video and you didn't like it, why not?
Yeah, like, comment, sub, help us out.
Come on now.
Your boy's cranking out ghost videos again. My attitude's a lot better if you can't tell.
Oh!
They can tell.
They know.
They know your boy needed a break. I just didn't want to do it to where I felt like it was a job, because I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. We're blessed to be able to do what we do together.
They know.
But if it feels like a job, I don't have as much fun. If I don't have as much fun, you don't have as much fun.
That reminds me of Toy Story. Okay, I wonder why that didn't set it off. Oh. Was that you or the toy?
I need to see how the cone is set up. This is kind of just a little like first time testing, to be honest.
Yeah, because we've never used this until tonight. Okay.
Okay. Alright, Spirit, so if you move something in this room, you can hear that lovely, lovely tune.
Lovely, lovely tune.
They said they like music. Maybe we should sing them like a little tune.
Yeah.
One said he got calmed down from music. If you would like for me to sing you a little song, I need you to do something for me. Set off a REM pod, a little red can. Just touch it once. Say yes and hit the bell one time. If you can do that within the next 3 minutes, I will sing you a tune. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
If all of that happens,
Sing your little heart out.
I'll sing my heart out. Whitney Houston style. I actually would be thoroughly impressed.
I thought you were gonna say I actually would be thoroughly impressive. Like if you sang like what?
Oh no. I was talking about
If they do all
if
that.
all of that happened.
Yeah.
So I need you to try and make every piece of equipment go off if you'd like for me to sing for you. We can start with this one or you can start with the bell.
Just try to set all three off on this side of the house for us.
I could sing Old MacDonald. I could sing, I don't know. What is a redheaded ghost child like?
These are good questions. Oh,
There's the REM pod.
okay. All right. We got the REM pod.
Okay, you just gotta say the word yes. Can you say yes?
Say yes and then go hit the bell.
Move towards my voice if you're not sure where to go. I just need you to say yes on this device. I can sing you Johnny Cash. You know who he is. I could sing you a hymn. I'm not really feeling hymny tonight. I could sing you Baby Got Back. If you'd like.
Man, I'm sweating. I don't know about you.
Sweat like a whore in church.
Oh, hot.
I can't wait for the cold ghost hunts.
Nah, I'd rather have this over cold.
Not me.
At least this way you're benefiting because you're sweating. Like sweating's good for you. You know what I mean? You're coming from the man who every time he leaves to go do cardio, make sure you give me sweatpants and a hoodie because I want to sweat. It's good for you.
Yeah, when I'm in that setting. When I'm on camera, I don't look like I'm freaking
But it is good for you.
Fatback Jones. Okay, can you say yes?
We're not keeping up with the time.
It's been a little bit longer than 3 minutes. There's the bell.
Oh, the bell. Okay, all you have to do is say yes.
All you have to do is say yes, and I'll sing you a song.
Can you please say yes?
Maybe we should step out.
We'll move out of your way. Maybe we're
We'll
in
let you
here.
get in here.
Yeah.
So he's hit the REM pod. He's hit the bell. He just has to say yes, or she.
Or she.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 2024 Ghost. Be what you want.
Please set that off. I know Kalani's really feeling a song.
I haven't sang a song in a hot minute.
For a ghost now.
You got to say the yes. It's the last thing on your checklist. You'd be the first spirit to ever complete 3 tasks for me.
That is true, actually.
Normally I just
Never
give
happened.
1.
Yeah. And when one happens, you're like, wow, thanks.
Yeah, no.
The bell.
No, that's the bell.
That's the bell. The same
Thank
thing.
you for the bell. You got to move into the middle room with the blue light. Come towards my voice. There's a blue light in the room.
Just gotta set that off and make it say yes for us.
Just make it say yes. Can you do it?
We believe in you.
Exercise! Demons! Come on, baby. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Come on.
You're a cheerleader.
That's the REM pod.
Move into
Wrong
the little
room.
Come on.
Come on back around.
You can do it. Come this way. There you go.
Follow my voice. Follow my voice.
Just make it say yes.
Please.
You can do it.
I will sit on the bed next to the bed.
I'll sit on the bed next to the bed.
I just need you to say yes.
No,
That is the bell.
that's the bell.
I feel like you're doing this on purpose now.
I'm gonna come all the way in the room. That way, I'm not in your way.
Please, don't play these games. Just give us what we want. Say yes to the dress.
Come on, say yes to the dress.
Boy.
Okay, I'm feeling it. On the count of 5.
All right, chat. Everybody right now, comment down below spirit fingers. That's the secret word for this video. 2 of you are going to win a piece of our Halloween merch. And we're also putting the cowboy hat back in the merch store.
Cowboy hat.
Linked in description.
Okay, on the count of 5. Ready?
Spirit fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Hang on, I know what I need.
5.
I gotta double fist it. Or,
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
yeah, that was not.
I know you didn't mean to say that.
I meant double.
Double spirit finger. See, no, you're not shaking both hands the same. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. It's a good lunge you got going there.
It's like a Harry Potter character.
No, that's like more Avatar Last Airbender. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I give up.
That's okay.
You tried.
Yeah.
You hit everything else twice.
It's alright.
Guess you don't want any singing.
Maybe they just don't know how to set the device off.
Maybe you could just say no, and then I'll know you don't want me to sing.
Or maybe they don't know how to work that one. I don't know.
That's true.
Okay, what if you just walk near this device in here, this green light on the bed? Don't have to do anything to it. All you have to do is literally just walk near it. We've heard that you were in here once before.
Spying on a lady.
So, let's see if you can do it again. Just walk near that green light. Or if you can't see the green light.
I will show you here. Hold.
No, I'm saying like if maybe they just hear us. Just the room
Come
you hear us
towards our
in.
voice.
Just come towards our voice. Just walk near the green light. Sounds like we're trying to lure them.
Please come into our white van. There's plenty of candy.
Tandy.
Candy. Please. I can't even get this thing to go off.
Okay.
Redheaded stepchild.
Don't call him that.
Rocky. Anyone?
No, they're not the same because Rocky would have been an adult.
Yeah, I think Rocky's down in the basement.
But back then, would a 15-year-old, like that age, a teen, would they have been put in with?
Well, remember at one
Because
point
weren't people
it was
getting
comboed.
married? Oh.
It was comboed. It was group
True.
home.
But also, like back then, wouldn't it be common for people?
What was that noise?
I don't know.
It wasn't any of the equipment.
No. It's a person.
It was like a. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a person, but it wasn't like a
Not a voice.
like a word or
Huh.
almost like just like a noise.
Can you make that noise again? Shut up. Thank
Hey.
you. Yeah, I got chills too. Thank you.
We heard you. Are you trying to get our attention? Let's go this way.
I feel bad because I feel like we don't have the proper way.
Like, there's already a barrier.
Communicate. Right. You have two barriers because you have, the spirit realm barrier, but then you also have the fact that maybe they don't communicate the same way we do. This place kind of like makes me think back to not being able to
Well, and here's
communicate.
the other thing, right? So it's like, if you go the religious route, if you pass on, do you still have those same ailments?
No, I don't think so. So I think that's why, like, in these scenarios, it would be the multi-layered timeline.
That's what I'm saying. So if you don't go the religious route and you're looking at it through a web of time, we're essentially sharing the space with these individuals.
While they have these disabilities.
While they have these disabilities, they're not able to talk, but they can sense us
Yeah.
around them.
Right.
And they're trying to communicate,
Yeah.
but
I do think whenever you pass on that you are made brand new.
But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Because again, there's a lot of different lenses you can look at the paranormal through. And we try and have
Run pod.
multiple because we feel like that's the best way. Because if we get into one too deep, I feel like it kind of blinds us
Puts
to
you in a
other
box.
possibilities.
Yeah. This just makes me remember, like, being in school with the kids that I helped. Like, you want to communicate so bad.
You just can't. And like, you know that they can feel you and understand you, but they just can't.
You just can't, yeah. It's like when you're talking to someone and there's a language barrier. Like, same thing. So.
Can you sense that we're around you? Can you just set off a piece of equipment? Maybe you can't speak to us, maybe you can't say something, but maybe you can let us know that you know that we're here. And if you don't want to use the equipment, you can also just make a noise, a knock, walk towards my voice. That's the camera clicking. The bell's out there still.
I know you said to come up here first, but even whenever we move in the house and go downstairs, you're welcome to come along with us. You don't have to stay up here.
Do you want to talk through my wife again like you did downstairs? Was that an easier way to communicate with some of you? The bell. So the Estes method.
Maybe, yeah.
That might be an easier way for them to speak.
We can do that again if you liked that. Something just touched my arm.
Huh?
Felt like a spider web. But I'm not near anything that a spider web would be on. And it felt like that sticky spider web feeling.
Did you just touch... Wait, remember the something pulled on your hair?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same person.
Maybe, I don't know.
Are you the same one that pulled Savannah's hair? Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves. The bell just went off when I asked if it's the one that touched your hair.
Yeah. That's okay if you want to touch me. If that's how... Kalani,
Sorry.
check yourself. That's okay if you want to touch me, if that's how you need to communicate. By touching me, that's okay. You just gotta be nice though. So you can touch my hair, you can pull my clothes, grab my arm. If that's how you need to communicate.
Do you want us to go downstairs and
Maybe.
use that other piece of equipment?
We can talk again. No joke, something just touched my stomach. I'm not kidding.
The bell's gone off constantly. Step out here. Let's do one more EVP because it seems like there's something right around. Maybe you need to ask questions though.
Okay.
So something I am noticing is last time I was here, I didn't have you.
Yeah.
And I feel like human nature says children are going to be more apt talk to a woman than a man.
That's never true for us in real life, though. Kids always want you instead of me.
That's true.
Kids usually are not a fan of me.
But maybe these kids can pick up on what you've done.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm Savannah, and my husband Kalani is holding this device in his hand. And if you'd like to tell us your name, you can come up to it and whisper into it, yell into it. Can we know your name? Is it easier for you to communicate with us by physically touching us? I get the sense that you fully understand me, but you're not able to verbally communicate with me. If that's true... Okay, one more time, if that's true. Okay, so you can't verbally communicate. So what we did downstairs where you talked through me, if that is the best way to communicate because you're not having to verbally use your voice, you're able to manipulate the radio waves. Can you just make a loud sound into this device he's holding? Okay.
That's wild.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I really do feel like whoever it is fully understands.
Yeah, like it's not random. 'Cause you said do it again, and then it went bing.
Immediately. And I feel like especially like now, we know a lot more, but back then, I just made a noise if you thought you heard something. Okay. Especially back then, imagine how many people could fully understand, but just couldn't let people know that they understood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, we don't know what the barrier is. Like maybe they can manipulate radio frequency. But I think the best thing that we can do now, after you kind of establish that they need to use Estes to communicate, is I think we should take our equipment, move downstairs, and do an Estes session, the same spot we did one earlier, and then probably move to the basement last. But I think we get down there, see who we can talk to for an Estes session. Now, the one we did for our Patreon members was on that side of the house. So we're going to do one on this side. Now, something I do want to point out is Carlo, the owner of the house, does like to collect items, but there are actually tables here from Bobby Mackey's.
Which, I feel like everyone who likes haunted stuff has to know Bobby Mackey's.
So, not saying that that has any play on what's going on in this house, but
You never know.
we have tables from Bobby Mackey's in here.
Alright, putting my headphones on.
We have equipment set up, ready to roll. REM pod, Epic, our microwave radiation device, and a music box.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Can I just say... Oh, there was like a younger kid's voice that whispered something.
What's the redheaded child's name? We thought we were talking to someone upstairs.
Six.
Is that how old you are? We have devices down here that you can interact with. Or if you don't want to use any of these, you can make a loud audible noise. Is Rocky still in the basement?
Hello?
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 Hello, my name's Kalani. What's your name?
I'm getting like a goosebumps feeling, like there's something by me. Like tingly.
Is my wife picking up on you?
It is.
It is what?
She is
She is
comfortable.
comfortable. Okay. Do you mean you feel comfortable around her? Is that what you're saying? Is it safe for us to go in the
I
basement?
really like girls.
You really like girls? Me too. Isn't it funny how when we start life at our early ages, we run from girls, and then the rest of our life, we run to girls?
Aware.
What are you aware of? Is it safe for us to go down into the basement? Are we gonna be okay down there? We heard that there's something that can bite people and scratch people. And we're not afraid, but we need to know what we're getting into. Do you have a warning for us?
There's like tons of radio interference, like a bunch of songs and stuff.
Ooh, I wonder if I switched it
That's most of what I'm hearing.
to AM. Let me see. Sorry.
Almost shit my pants.
Sorry.
What'd you do?
I switched the frequency band.
Oh.
I like running AM better because you're not getting as much music. So I forgot to switch it. We're a little rusty, alright? Cut me some slack. But I like to run AM. Okay, if you've been trying to speak, it might be a little bit easier now.
Gracious.
You're welcome. Now, again, I was asking the question, is it safe for us to go down into the basement?
Understands. Me?
We're trying to understand you.
Hello?
Hello? My name's Kalani. What's your name?
Discovered me.
Who discovered you?
We're all strange.
Yeah, I'm a bit strange. But I need your help. Should I be afraid of what's in the basement?
Thought I just saw something move by my feet. Hello?
Can you make a loud noise?
No. It's
No.
hard to.
It's hard to. Okay.
I thought I saw something, like, I guess I thought I felt something because I had my eyes closed, and then I opened my eyes and I thought I saw like a mass or like shadow move by my feet. And I thought it was your light, but your light, like your shadow from your light was like moving over here. And the black mass I thought I saw was like over here. So.
Well, here, let me go under
Okay.
and see if they're wanting to talk to you. So maybe move our infrared to that hutch there.
What? Because this one will be too short. Okay. You want to get up and switch with me then?
No, I'm gonna stay right here. You know I like sitting when I do it.
Then there's not going to be a...
Just push it to the edge.
No, but then there's not going to be a camera on you.
There is a camera on me.
What am I doing with that one?
You're gonna hold it? And just hand me the spirit box.
What's that face you're making?
To talk to the spirits, babe.
You just want to sit down because you're tired.
No, that's not it.
Look at your look at your feet crossed.
What?
Look.
I will tell you, no equipment has gone off here, so just letting you know.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to me? Again, just in case you've forgotten, I'm Savannah, and that's my husband, Kalani. We don't mean you any harm. I know we might be kind of scary, but we just want to talk to you, communicate with you, however that may be. What about my back? Are you the one that was touching my back earlier while I was under Estes? During this last session, I thought I felt something. Did you tap me on the back?
Some of them.
There's an entity here that has been known for biting people.
Lose hearing?
Lose hearing. Did you start to lose your hearing? I don't think you are biting people out of being malicious. I think it's a communication thing. But I don't think you have bad intentions. If you can hear my voice and you're the entity that bites people,
Please leave.
why do you want us to leave? I kind of keep feeling like there's something behind me. Why do you want us to leave?
Be honest.
What would you like me to be honest about?
Scaredy cat.
I'm not scared. No, see, I don't think you guys are scary. I think people...
I like the car.
You like our car? Well, that's cool. Some people don't like that car. I'm glad you like it. But I don't think you're scary. I think people misunderstand you. I just think you're misunderstood. Maybe that's why you want us to leave, because you think that we also misunderstand you. But I really want to get on your level and understand you more. Would that be okay with you? Can you give me a yes if that would be okay?
He likes art.
Kalani likes art? That's true. Or are you talking about yourself? Do you like art? Earlier, someone said they like classical music. That's a form of art. I like art too.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6. Can you continue on? I'll start. 7, 8, 9.
That's creepy. Go upstairs.
We already went upstairs. I think we're gonna go downstairs actually. Would that be okay with you? Maybe I need to get vulnerable with you since I'm asking you to be vulnerable with me. So I'll tell you something that makes me scared. I am really scared. Swing. I'm really scared of the dark. I don't like being in the dark. Can you tell me something that you're scared
It's
of?
been a long time. My guess.
Is there anyone here that can hear my voice? If you can hear my voice and you're willing to communicate, can you give me a yes? So I know that you hear me.
Pre-murder your family?
Okay, I don't really like the sound of that.
Don't go.
Don't like the sound of that at all. Not good. Okay, we're gonna bypass that. Pretend like that didn't happen. Maybe this is not your favorite form of communication right now. Could be overstimulating. I'm not sure. There are a few other things you could use to let me know that you hear me. So
Cannot go down.
cannot go down. If you can hear my voice, there is a device right here that says yes or no on the stairs. There's also a device with a green light on the stairs. There's a few things in here that light up.
Hello?
Hello, can you use one of these so I can see that you hear me?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe you want to use the equipment instead. The equipment's fun, it's like toys. So maybe you would rather communicate that way.
It said P-U-S-S-Y.
Oh, okay. Now you're just calling me names. I'm trying to be nice. I want to get to know you. I feel like people judge you. They misjudge you. You're probably misjudged right now if you're currently living right now. I'm sure you feel like you're really different from other people around you, but it's not a bad different. You probably feel like people don't understand you, or people make fun of you, or think that you're less than they are, but none of those things are true. And we're just people who want to know your story better. Can you tell me? Put him where? Put him where?
Bully? That was a kid's voice.
Oh my gosh, I just got chills. He said bully. In our epic over there, the blue device said yes 3 times. I was just talking about people misunderstanding them and judging them. Do you feel like people bully you? And do you feel like they don't understand you? I'm sure that's really hard. You probably feel misrepresented, misunderstood. Is that true? Is that how you?
He's weak. He needs...
Can I ask you what your name is? What's your name? Or what do you like to go by? If you have a nickname, what can I call you? I really want to be able to properly... Blood? I want to really be able to properly address you.
Chris.
Your name's Chris. Hello, Chris. That's a great name. I like that name. Okay, Chris. Can you tell me what your favorite color is?
We don't.
What's your favorite color? Mine's probably black or green or blue. Can you tell me your favorite color?
Keep this up.
You want me to keep talking to you? I'll talk to you. As long as you'll keep talking to me. I'd love to get to know you better. Can you tell me how people that come here to try to talk to you could talk to you better? Is there a better way to communicate with you? Okay, I will say not much, but there at the end, I felt like I had a little breakthrough because I was saying like you probably feel misunderstood and judged and people think that you're less than they are, and like not even 3 minutes later you said bully and then our epic said yes 3 times.
Oh, it went off?
Yeah, and then I came in here and I was like, well, can I have your name? And then you said Chris. So
I had to stop. I was getting very...
Yeah, I see the eye. Here, let's get a closer look at the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. These are
I probably like high as a kite.
These are the sleep eyes.
Oh. I don't mean to, but it's like the
I know.
rhythmic nature of the sound. But the voices are like they got weaker and weaker and weaker. Every now and then you'd have one that would like peek through.
Well,
But not as much equipment on this floor.
no.
Because I didn't have any when you were under.
All
And
I
you had the
was-
epic once.
Yeah.
Go off 3 times.
Yep.
I was trying to see if we could get any insight into what we're going into downstairs.
Yeah.
Because that's where everyone's been attacked, right? So people have been bitten there, scratched there. Not everyone by any means, but that's where it's happened. So in the back of our minds, it's got to be a possibility. But I'm hoping that whatever is down there will come forward and give us insight as to who or what they are. And hopefully we can bring a little bit more peace to anyone else that could come here.
That was my stomach.
Okay.
It was the
I heard
Chipotle.
it.
It was the Chipotle talking.
But I think we should get ready to go downstairs and do our last session in the basement.
If you've made it this far in the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
I put on Twitter that we had 2 new pieces of equipment that we were putting on the channel tonight. The first one was Lauren's piece of equipment, which we showed you guys. Didn't have it go off yet, but this one. I'm iced out, and I feel a little Kim Possible-esque. This is an obelisk, but this is one of the last pieces of equipment that Bill Chappell made.
I just heard laughing.
Huh?
Did you not hear that laughing?
No.
You didn't hear laughing.
No. I mean, there's a shotgun mic on there, so odds are it probably picked it up. I didn't
Okay,
hear it.
Sorry, continue.
We're iced out. This is an Obelisk 6. It's got some features on here we're going to try out in the basement, but we don't have any protection.
Go back to what you're saying. Last piece of equipment.
Oh,
That Bill Chappell.
last one that he made, if you guys know Bill Chappell, he made a lot of stuff for Ghost Adventures. He made all of the ovulus's up until the newest ones, and then they kind of are now integrated into Ghost Stop. So this was one that Bill made. It literally sits on your wrist. and it's got a bunch of sensors here. So we have a wristwatch Obelisk 6, and we're gonna take this downstairs and see if we can make contact with Rocky. And again, we don't have any protection, whether that be spiritual or physical. I'm going down there raw, naked, afraid. No. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it
Don't
because
say it.
there's kids, and
Yeah.
I feel weird saying bad jokes with kid spirits. It's just
Don't know if they're listening.
we're not.
And kid spirits are probably nosy just like kids are. So they're probably listening in. So
This isn't a
continue on.
Diddy channel, so too soon. Okay, let's go.
Yikes.
Just look at the basement. The light's on and it still looks creepy. The time is also not right.
Is it not?
No, it says it is Sunday. It is not Sunday.
No, it's Monday. Wait, Tuesday. Monday. Today's Monday.
Today's Monday.
Yeah.
So let's go down.
Today is Monday. Here we go. Hey, Kalani's wearing old merch.
I am wearing old.
That is old merch.
The hat will come back. The
Yes.
shirt will not.
The hat is one of my absolute favorite things that we've ever put out. I love it.
Another spooky basement.
That smells like a basement. Gotta love it. Oh, you guys, here's more Bobby Mackey's stuff down here. We got the door.
I recognize the this counter right here.
This is from his apartment. That was like the blinds or whatever. This is the door. And then this was also in his apartment. There you go.
Carl's apartment. If you're not familiar with Carl, the story of Carl, they're the one that he said was possessed at Bobby Mackey's, and there's this crazy exorcism video that floats around out there. Think what you want about it, but I want to give you backstory so you're like, why does it matter that there's a random guy's door down there? Bobby Mackey's is a big haunting. It was made really famous by Ghost Adventures, I would say.
Also, if you're wondering why it looks like very kid-oriented down here with like the big paintings of the tools, there was a teacher who would come here and he taught the kids for free after he got done at school how to work and do things. So whenever they got out into the real world, they could get a job. So that's why that's there. Huh?
Where does this light run?
Good question.
Check on the stairs. You have a light.
I don't see one.
Check the top of the stairwell. Maybe we missed it.
Perfect.
Okay. So we haven't used Spirit Talker all night on purpose because I felt like after reviewing some of my old videos that we've recently put out, we used it a lot.
Spirite Talke.
And I don't want to use it as much as I've been using it. I like mixing it in, but I don't want to make it like the whole. Listen,
It's
so like
an appetizer.
let me
not
just
the whole
say
thing.
like if we're gonna get in a car, that car should not be Spirit Talker. If it's gonna drive this whole thing, it doesn't need to be driven by this.
Okay.
But I like mixing it in.
Yeah.
I like picking her up on the street corner for 20 minutes and dropping her back off. Don't like keeping her in the car all the time. You don't like that one, so.
Ain't gonna be keeping me in the car all the time. Keep talking like that.
Wow. Wow.
Count your days, my friend.
Today's
Count your days, buddy.
Monday. All right. Hang on, let me.
Bow, bow, bow. So what's the sitch? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
So this thing's got a lot of modes on it. We have a thermal flashlight. I don't think that's what I want. I'm still kind of learning.
Wait, the light came on. Do it again. Put the light back on. Where'd the green light go?
Wait, we got like a FLIR camera comparable here.
Cool.
So like if we put my hand in front, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so we're looking for the entity that can bite.
But don't bite us.
We heard your name was Rocky.
If that's not your name,
I just had a small heat signature come out of this room.
can you record on that thing?
I'm not sure. I just bought it.
Maybe it'd be better if you held the camera so you can immediately flip down to your wrist.
I look like an idiot.
Do you know what I'm
Can
saying?
you show yourself, please? Okay, here. I'm gonna switch it to the. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Nerd. Man, I love me somebody that wears their ghost hunting equipment on their wrist.
Okay, so if you'd like to come forward and speak into this device on my Ricky.
Wrist.
Sid.
Oh,
Sid?
sit.
No, it says Sid.
Sid.
I'm reading it.
Oh. Is that your name? Is your name Sydney and you go by Sid?
I'm gonna put a ring pawn out. It's nice that I can just like wear my.
Ghost hunting equipment? I feel like we're on to something here. I feel like we could make more.
Thinking
Yeah.
like rim pod shoes.
Yes. Wait, Crocs with rim pod gibbets that go in the holes. Imagine. Somebody please come out with that.
Grass?
Okay.
Do you want us to touch grass? So we heard that there's something down here that. Kind?
Do you think we're kind? I hope that we're kind. Kalani can be a little feisty.
No way.
Me? Oh,
Okay. Are we in danger down here? Oh my.
now that's not
Share
good.
my story.
Share your story.
You can share your story.
So, again, is your name Rocky? Someone told us your name was Rocky.
We want to address you properly, so if that's not your name, now's your chance to correct us. I really can't take you seriously with that. I really can't.
Let me just take a photo of this actually. This is pretty dope. I feel cool.
Iced out ghost hunting edition.
Quick pause.
Quick pause. Hold on, you guys.
What the? Okay, why is it that when I went to take a photo, it just shut itself off?
Did it really?
Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
I need like a slow-mo shot of you like holding your wrist up, looking over your shoulder. With like the wind blowing your hair.
Is there anything you want to tell us? I think it's dying. It takes a little bit to charge. And I didn't have it on as long as I probably should have.
Well, that fun ended pretty quick. It's okay. Leave it on.
Base camp. Come in base camp.
The Eagle's landing.
Brown eye coming inbound. Hang on. Melissa, if you watch this, I need a GIF. And I'm not going to tell you outside of this video that I need a GIF, so you better watch it. I will know if you watch it if I get a GIF. Mr. President, can you hear me?
Wait. No fucking way.
What was that?
No way. No way. That was a loud step. Lies. I heard it.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, is that you?
The man scares me.
Who's the man?
Who's the man?
Are you saying I scare you?
He's not scary.
Don't bite me, please.
Hey, that hole in the wall's not creepy.
So, Rocky, if we're speaking with you, or do you want to talk to Savannah instead?
Rocky, would you like to talk to me? If you can't verbally communicate, we've got out the device you just used, yes or no. This device right here that I'm pointing to, you can be a little bit more specific. Or if you...
No.
Oh,
Glynis.
Glynis.
Okay, so that's 3 things that just went off.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you don't want to communicate that way then.
No.
Okay, how about this? I'm gonna step into this room with nothing.
Okay.
Just pure instinct.
I was religious.
You're religious? Are you wanting me to follow you?
No.
Oh.
Trying to give us some distance to see if isolation changes anything.
That...
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
They want you alone.
Dang. So that's the room that's painted the calming colors.
Brown eyes.
Brown eyes? Kalani has brown eyes.
Yes.
Yes? Can you see his brown eyes? Is that something that you notice about him? So they think maybe the room that Kalani's in, people would have come down to hang out and relax, play. Do you know if that ever happened down here? If that's what that room is used for?
The room I'm standing in right now?
It's painted several different colors. Okay.
Is this where you...
No. No.
Is this where you used to come to get calm?
Now you can't bite me and you can't scratch me, but do you think that you could maybe touch me or Kalani? To let us feel you?
I just saw 2 red flashes in this window.
Yeah?
I don't know if it's from outside or what.
Is it a car? Well, you said that right after a car passed by over here.
Maybe.
Maybe you had like a reflection.
Could be. We'll say it's a car.
I feel like you like to communicate by touching, so earlier you tapped me on the back, touched my hair. I think you touched my stomach, my arm.
She's coming.
Who?
Who's coming?
Is there somebody that was over you guys that maybe didn't treat you the best? You okay?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe something just pulled my shorts a little bit.
Did you just touch Kalani?
I don't really like that room.
My thing is, if I'm gonna get calm, I'm not going to a basement. Here, let me walk you guys in there so you can see.
This is creepy.
It's
And for
Not
the
very
folks that are
calming.
like, if something's really touching him, why is he not reacting more? Like, we just asked to be touched, but I thought something maybe pulled to my shorts, but...
So we've got green floor, red wall, blue wall. Really creepy in here. Like when I look at this, I'm not like, you know, I'm not feeling the calming Zen vibes. Feeling like something else, but anyways.
The bell just went off. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah, and then it said yes. Oh, I didn't tell you whenever I was doing Estes for the second time, I thought something tapped my back. I'm always hesitant to mention it.
That was almost a Kalani
No.
through a board.
I'm always hesitant to mention when I'm doing Estes, because you know when you are doing that, you feel like
You're almost like hypersensitive.
yeah. So a lot of times I feel like I'm just
It says rest.
taking myself
Wait.
out.
We were just in the room that we think.
They come down to rest and relax in. Maybe that is true.
Is that the room that you would relax in?
My hand hurts from holding this.
Sorry.
Exploring with Josh.
You're the reason we don't have a camera grip right now.
We need our camera grip back.
We thought we heard you above us. Can you make those steps again?
Take a seat.
Take a seat.
Oh, I was like, what? You're reading that. You want us to sit down?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
There's nowhere to...
I've got on ripped jeans, and if I sit, I think they might rip all the way up to,
I was cremated.
my pocket, so I was cremated. Just, I don't know, I don't feel much down here.
I don't either.
Honestly, I really don't.
But that might be a good thing, honestly.
Yeah, I think people really hype the basement up, and people hype the basement up in every location because it's the basement. It's where you expect it to be scary.
I will say the first time I came here, it was kind of creepy down here. I had some stuff happen, and they had a shadow figure, an apparition kind of appear here,
Yeah.
which maybe we're just not using the right equipment for down here. Maybe this would be more like SLS,
Yes.
thermal.
Yes.
I'm not discounting their experiences. I just feel like
No.
I feel like
In
maybe-
this moment.
I feel like maybe people have perceived it to be like scary activity.
Yeah, and
when
I think,
it's not.
like, if you walk in the door and you're instantly thinking demonic, poltergeist
Electric.
even, you're gonna instantly have this place as like this scary, dangerous, horrible spot in the house. Everywhere else can have an experience, but down here you're gonna be scared.
Yeah.
Whereas we took into consideration that this is where people said they've been bitten and scratched, but I don't think that necessarily means that we approach it like we're going to be bitten or scratched. And we also don't approach it like this is a demon. We don't approach it like it's an elemental or a poltergeist. It could just be a spirit that carries the same tendencies that it carried when it was alive.
17.
Is that how old you are?
Or if we're going off the theory of overlapping timelines.
They could be
Actively.
down here.
Right.
And they may not be down here in their time, so they wouldn't be here right now in our time.
Yes. If you let me know if you caught all that. Time. Beautiful interpretive dance. Well. This
We're gonna have to leave soon.
This place has really surprised me.
The upstairs was crazy, but
Yeah.
that's also where they told us to go.
Yeah, it's upstairs. But that was so cool though. How everything kind of lined
Enid.
up. Enid?
Enid? I don't know what that means.
I don't either. We've enjoyed talking to you. Maybe we'll come back, but I hope maybe that people that continue to come here will be able to understand you a little better. Kalani's over here playing with his new toy that's not even on. Roger.
Like, what do you do on a Monday morning? Well, I'm a
Hang out.
26-year-old grown man, and I'm hanging out in the basement talking to ghosts, looking at my wrists, hitting buttons.
So, yes. My hand hurts.
Well, Savannah,
Talk long.
Yes.
what do you have to say to the camera?
I enjoyed this investigation. Felt like it was cool to try to find different ways to communicate other than just like, can you touch that REM pod? How old are you? You know what I mean? Feel like we maybe connected on a deeper level, and the activity surprised me. I didn't have a lot of expectations coming in here, and I think that overall it was a pretty good night.
Yeah, so like, I think one thing that I wanted to point out about tonight's investigation is, one, our energy. Like, when our energy is higher, it's more for them to feed off of. And that's what I was telling you guys earlier. It's like, when our energy and attitude and intent is good coming in, it usually gives us a better investigation. We didn't catch anything flying on camera. I don't think we caught any figures on camera. Obviously, when we go back and edit, we'll see if that's the case. If you guys see or hear anything that we don't see in editing, please mark it in the comments with a timestamp, because that does help out. I do miss stuff. I'm a one-man show, and I usually edit really late. So it helps me out when you guys point out stuff that I may potentially miss. So screenshots, that kind of stuff helps. But this place is really cool. And I think if you get past that base layer scare factor of
It's haunted.
a biting
Yeah.
spirit or a biting entity, and you can kind of dig in a little bit, you kind of have a little bit more of an empathetic approach that you could be dealing with someone that is nonverbal and can't communicate in the standard means of communication. So maybe we're not dealing with someone that's malicious, but just someone that's misunderstood.
And that just wants attention.
And I think that there's a good lesson to be learned there, is it's like, not everything is as it seems. Because on the outside looking in, it would be very easy for someone to jump to demonic or even malevolent. Whereas I just don't think it's the case here. And I don't think the owner thinks it's the case either.
This is a great point to make too, that I've noticed at a lot of places like asylums and places that would have held people that had disabilities back in the day. I feel like there's a lot of people that go in and they talk about
Ezekiel.
that is both a bread and a book in the Bible. But anyways, they go in and they talk about like malicious entities, demons, things like that, because I think maybe those people that don't know how to communicate,
I was religious.
it presents itself.
You just said Ezekiel.
Yeah. It presents itself that way just because it's not how like we're used to communicating.
Well, that's possible.
And I think it's kind of like dangerous to put that narrative out there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's like with places like Pennhurst.
I don't
it's
like
so
that.
hard for me to do Pennhurst because on one hand people make it very scary, but on the other hand, it was a place where a lot of people that needed help were mistreated.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's just so many moral gray areas in this field. And there's no right or wrong. It just depends on the person you talk to. But for me personally, it's really hard to do some of these cases because some of them you have to toe this very hard line of doing good research and also investigating places that a lot of tragedy and horror took place and presenting that in a way that the information isn't taking advantage of bad situations, but more so bringing awareness to bad situations. So it's an ever ongoing battle, but I try my best as a content creator in the paranormal space to be as ethical as I can when it comes to sticky subjects. But we'll keep trying. We'll keep cranking along. Let me know what you guys thought about this investigation in the comments. If you think we should come back to the Bihl Manor and spend the night again. But we enjoyed this one. We love you guys. We're thankful for you guys. I'm Kalani.
And I'm Sav.
And this was our investigation of the Bihl Manor in Fremont, Ohio.